Okay, we're recording. We're ready. Okay.
Yay!
So, hi guys. If you're watching my channel, you know who I am by now. But my name is Bailey and I am a diamond with It Works Global, and this is Korinne and she is a diamond as well. We just wanted to do a little host to post training and give some like tips and advice that are working for us, because maybe like your host to posts are dead right now, or you're not really sure how to get out there with host to posts. So hopefully this will help. Korinne, you can start us off because you're killing your host to posts.
Well, I normally, a lot of people say that when they first started out that they started to kind of message for host to post. And I mean, what works for some people but it just was not working for me. Like I
Same.
would message people. It was like a total like deny, like not doing it. And I was like, okay. So I started doing it by like offering samples, and I would get a lot of interaction on those posts, and like mail out samples to people. And then also with mailing out those samples, I also made customers off those people that did the host to post for me. And as of lately, what's really worked for me is when I actually took the initiative to do something fun for a host to post, like offer out a $100 Target gift card. We did the $75 TJ Maxx gift card, and now we're doing an Apple Watch. And I feel like there's always going to be interaction when it comes to like being put in something for free.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, who doesn't want free stuff, and who doesn't want a chance? Like I would post on my wall all day long if that meant I was going to be entered in for a laptop or a watch or a curing machine and things like that. So that's really helped open up my network and have people from all across like the country posts for me on their wall. So
Yeah. I do the same thing. I do not hop into somebody's inbox and ask them to do a host post for me. It's just not who I am. It's not how I run my business. If that works for you, like kudos to you. But basically what I do is me and Korinne basically do the same exact thing. So us as a team, we all get together and we put money in a pot towards whatever item, like she was saying. So like right now we're doing an Apple Watch. They just did some gift cards, things like that. So we're not buying that as one person. Like I'm not going out and buying $100 gift card. Like if you want to do that, good for you. But that's not how we're doing it. We all come together as a team so we can get so many names in this pot and just like our products and things like that out there. And then we do this huge like live drawing basically, and people love that. And then like I said, I don't message for host to post, but sometimes like I just like to give away some product like keto coffee. I love to do that for like host to post. Like what's the word I'm looking for to like get into host to, I don't know what I'm looking for.
So you get like a store for like host to post.
Yeah, exactly.
Because who doesn't want to try free samples, like especially about the products we talk about daily. So offering like a free sample of it is probably like I always thought was the best sales tactic idea.
Exactly, because I feel like sometimes it's almost better than a gift, like not a gift, but like a watch or something. Because if you give somebody a watch, that doesn't mean they're never
they're
gonna buy your product.
Because every single time, and I'm not joking, like when I look back in my book, my odds, like statistic odds, when I would do host to post, I get maybe about 10 to 12 people, and my lowest was 9 out of 12. Like 3 did not buy. The 9 out of the 12 who I sent the sample to ended up buying. So not only did they open up my network and I got customers, I also made a customer out of them because they love the samples I sent them.
Yeah. So the other day I made a post on Facebook. I don't really target Instagram for host posts. It doesn't work for me. It's kind of weird. I don't know. But I posted on Facebook. I said, who wants a free 2-day trial of our skinny coffee? Comment below. I have 30 comments on it. So just kind of like, and if you're posting about something every single day that you love, like I just lost my results from the cleanse I just did are bomb. So my next thing is going to be a cleanse. I show them my coffee every single day. I go live with my coffee every single day. So I'm going to post these things like host to post get-ins about things that they're seeing me use every day, because they're already kind of interested. And some people are just like, a little nervous to take a step to message you, or they're just nervous to buy a product they've never tried and just taking your word on it. So I feel like the whole product giveaway thing kind of works out a lot better in a sense. But I mean, don't get me wrong, like I would love to get a free Apple Watch or like a Louis Vuitton bag because I've seen people doing that. That's crazy, but if that's what you do, that's good for you. Korinne, how do you like when somebody comments on the post that somebody made for you, like how are you trying to seal the deal like immediately? What are you doing?
So a lot of people ask me like if I add the person or if I message them first. And actually each person that has dropped an emoji on someone that was hosting the post for me, I immediately went to their page and I added them as a friend.
Same.
And I messaged them just because I feel like I don't want my message to be filtered and put in a separate box. So like, you know how like if you're not friends, it will go to a certain request box. Like I want to make sure that we're friends, and then I'm messaging you because it's more personable. And I message them and I basically just say like, hi, like thank you for your interest, like in my liquid gold that I have. And then I talk about the keto coffee and I talk about what's in it and what it does and why I love it. And then I ask them, you know, at the bottom, I'm like, hey, is this that you would be interested in wanting to try? And 9 times out of 10, they say yes. And then I get into the price, the 3-month loyal customer program, and we just seal the deal from there. And then they'll say yes, like I'd love to do the 90-day challenge, or can I switch my product? You let them know that they can. And then I always say to them, my thing is I do kind of like a sense of urgency.
Yes.
I'm like, I am at my computer right now, and how about I put the order for you? Or if you're not comfortable with that, you can always give me a call and we can do it over the phone and I can do it for you. You know what I mean? Or like, what do you prefer?
I do this.
Like normally when they see that you're willing to like talk with them on the phone, they're kind of like, oh, okay, she's
like
not
you're real. Yeah.
gonna take my card number and run.
Yeah.
So which we never do, but you know, so then they send me their information, and then I always just screenshot, delete, like, and show them that I did delete their information they sent me, and then I also write them down in my book of the day that they bought.
This is where the Connect. Hold on. This is where the Connect app will come in your favor. Yeah. Everybody should be using Connect. So when you sign a loyal customer, save their number in your phone. That will then transfer over to the Connect app, and you can put them within a group per se, and your Connect app will remind you saying it is time to follow up with Sally. It is time to follow up with Jill, like whoever it is. But
I should definitely need to be vigilant on that because I have not done that yet.
It's bomb.
I'm very old school and I need to get out of that because, you know, what I do normally is, you know, kind of with the Connect app and, you know, the manual, the way I do it manually, which I need to get on the Connect app because that sounds way more easier than what I do.
And it holds you accountable. It's the crazy thing. Look at it.
It's like, I write it down and then I check in with that person, and also too, kind of sneakily, I'll see what that person got. So let's say that person got a cleanse. I'm going to send them a sample of keto coffee, like anonymous, like not let them know that I'm sending it. I will send it to them. So I have my name, but like, I'm not going to text them and tell them. I'll kind of just send them to it as a little treat. And if they got coffee, I'll send them a little piece of like a little collagen or a little keto energy or something like that. And 9 times out of 10, they either add that to their auto or they add something else.
Yeah.
Because really enjoyed the sample that I sent, especially the coffee. That's a big one because a lot of people will get the Thermophyte X cleanse, things like that. And then I swear, once you send that little liquid packet of gold, it's like loves it. Right. It's like this was our best seller. So it's like use that to your advantage of samples and things like that, because I swear it's literally what has helped me grow my business so much is just by like keep up with people and kind of like seeing, okay, this person did this, I'm going to give them that. Like, you know what I mean? You always want to open up people's ideas to something different. Like instead of always getting 3 cleanses, well, like why not try the coffee? Like why not let me give you a free coffee sample and then you add it? That not only them opening up to wanting to try more, you're also adding volume to you. So that helps either way.
Yeah.
It's a good investment for what you get, for what you put into it is what you'll get out of it. So
exactly. I wanted to touch base on something you said. You always add people when they comment on the post that somebody made for you. I do the same thing. I always use the wave feature on Facebook. Like, you can wave at somebody. And even if, this is so funny, I've seen this happen time and time again. Not everybody is going to message you back, okay? It's just not going to happen. But 99% of the time, even if they don't message me back, they wave back at me. It's a weird thing. But when they do that, Facebook is still counting you guys as interacting. So all this stuff is going to continue to pop up on their timeline, and they're going to come back and say, okay, like, I'm ready to try this coffee. Give me more information.
I've been watching you for 2 weeks straight. This is interesting.
I know you messaged me, but yeah.
That's the best part about it, is that the interaction and things like that, your stuff pushed up to the top of people's timelines. So because even though they didn't message you back, or if they messaged you back and said they weren't interested, you guys were still interacting, and your posts are going to go to the top of the feed. So if you stay consistent with what you're doing, then it's definitely going to pay off, because they're going to eventually come back and say, hey, I literally just got 7 people off a host to post, and 3 of them were people that I talked to way back in July from a previous old host to post.
Yep.
And I followed up with them continuously, but that's the best part, is even though I followed up with them and still continued to be consistent and work my business, they eventually bought, even though it was like 7 months later. But I mean, hey,
it's 7 months later is better than never.
You want people to try them, so.
Yeah, so I was going to say something. Oh, I've been hearing a lot lately. I've been seeing on a lot of pages and everything like that people's host to post are dead right now. Okay. If something's dead, let's fix it, okay? It might be what you're having people post for you. You guys have got to realize that you've been doing host to post for a while now, and a lot of people have been doing the same host to post script for a hot while now. People get used to seeing the same thing. They're just like you. When you see the same thing all the time, it's just human. You just scroll past it. Change it up. And if you have changed it up and people aren't commenting, I always post my results. Like 2 days later, if nobody has commented on that host post that somebody did for me, I'm always putting my results in the comments. I'm always putting other people's results in the comments. Or I'm literally saying, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The next person who orders the coffee from me, I'm going to throw in a freebie. How does that sound? Just keep it interesting and keep it fresh and new. People eat that stuff up.
And like, don't be afraid to to try a different product too. I know a lot of people have said, I need you coffee. And I got really nervous, but I was like, okay, fine. I did my first Thermofy X a couple weeks ago. And I was really nervous just because, I've only done coffee, and I was like, I need to try something new, because you know what? Like she had just said, I felt as if my host posts were dead.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try something new. And, I got a lot of potentials, and I got 2 sales just off of that Thermofy X, which I was really surprised, just because I didn't get a lot of positive feedback, just because, people are all like, oh, magic pills don't solve it. And, blah, 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 the negativity and things like that. And you're like, okay, you're not even like listening to, whatever. But it still ended up being a positive experience, just because you're always going to have negative people on your host of posts. That's one thing I wanted to touch on, is you're always going to have someone that says, oh, coffee like that doesn't exist. They're lying. Or, oh, no pill's going to make you lose weight like that. They're lying. Like, no pill's going to make their hair grow. Go get it from Walmart. Like, people are just so set in their ways, and they're ignorant. And they're also ignorant to wanting to, I don't know, I guess they don't want to step outside their own box and comfort zone. But that shouldn't stop you from continuing to step out of your comfort zone and your box, because people are going to gravitate towards you regardless if people are saying negative things or not. And also know that, just delete the comment. Just delete it and move on, and you can block them and you won't have a problem. But I do get that with people saying people were not nice. And you know what? Like,
People always have something to say when you're
block
doing
them.
something better
Yeah,
than them,
not
or when
anyone's
you're doing
gonna
something
do
to
that.
better yourself. So there's that. Another host to post type thing I wanted to touch on, I think is really awesome. I haven't really tried it yet because I'm a little nervous too, but I have been seeing so many people getting such good feedback. Do a host to post over the business. Host to post does not always have to be product. Talk about, like, I've seen it on my own newsfeed, which is so weird, but they're like, so-and-so is looking for somebody who wants to make an extra guaranteed $1,000 a month. Who's interested? And y'all, they are blowing up the comments. And even if they don't join right now, they're going to watch you and see your journey. And they're going to be like, okay, like, this is real. This isn't a scam. All because you did a host to post. Like, you really didn't even have to put in the work. Somebody else did the work for you, per se. So it doesn't always have to be about products. Throw the business opportunity in there. You want to get everything about this business out there easy as possible. Less is more, right? So I just say change it up. Don't be scared. Don't be set in your ways. Just because, like, your leader is saying X works for them, that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So sometimes you just have to change it up and be you. And people know if what you're saying doesn't sound like you. Always remember that.
And always make sure that daily, one of the things we all have our 6 list, always make sure to add to your network. And I know a lot of people have said to me, well, the same people are doing my host to post and things like that. You have to add to your network to get different people to host these posts for you.
Yep.
You know, I understand, that people, you keep getting the same thing over and over. Well, you're going to keep getting the same thing over and over if you're not adding to your network daily.
Yep,
that's just one thing I did want to touch on.
Yeah, I agree, 1,000%. Is there anything else you have, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, well, if you're watching this, we hope this helped you so much with your host to posting. So yeah,